Hello and welcome to another episode of Raisu's Reviews. Hope you're having a great day. SmileFest happened about 2 weekends ago, before we even started the channel. Took a little bit of time for us to get to it because of figuring out some channel stuff, but here we go. I'm just going to start off with talking about Nendroids and how I'm going to approach Nendroids in the future. I'm going to do like a speed round to get through these Nendroids. I think there's some that are kind of interesting, but in general I think Nendroids are of consistent quality, maybe with an exception of the Good Smile Shanghai ones sometimes, and some other odd outliers we get some bad Nendroids. But my feelings on I'm buying less Nendroids these days as I feel like acrylics have kind of taken what the role of a Nendroid was for me and prize figures. So I'm using a combination of acrylics and prize figures for your cheap figure spending, because Nendroids have kind of become not really cheap figures, especially at American cons where they jack them up to incredible prices. Yeah, I'll probably just zoom through these. I won't really talk about them in my monthly reviews unless I have a character I'm particularly interested in that I might get the Nendroid for. Let's start out. We're going to start out with Anna Yanami from Losing Heroines. I don't know what my feelings on the show is going to be once it finishes, but I do really like this character so far. I think Nendroid's cute, and we'll see how the show goes in the future. I don't think it's an excellent show, but it looks nice, so hopefully I still like it by the time her pre-order comes around. But I have another Nendroid. If I'm going to get a Nendroid from this batch, it's not her anyways. So then we have a redo of Taiga, and they've been doing these redos for some of the old Nendroids, and then you go like, maybe my editor can put a comparison on screen, but you go back and like, oh, do they really need to do a remake of some of these Nendroids? And you go back and look at them and like, oh yeah, they did need to do a remake of Haruhi. She doesn't look too good, so I'm sure this is a much better version of the Taiga Nendroid. I can't remember what she looks like off the top of my head, but Taiga's cute, and I'm sure Nendroid will sell well. Okay, and then we have Lane. I've heard, as I am an over 30-year-old person, that Lane has had a kind of resurgence in popularity among the younger crowd. And that's good, because I really like Lane. It's a great show. It's one of those like anime you watch because it's supposed to be very good, and then you don't exactly know what you feel about it, and then you have to rewatch it and read about it. It's a very fun discussion show, because people's opinions on it vary wildly. But I'm of the opinion that is quite good, especially the episode with no dialogue. But yeah, I can't believe this is the first Lane Nendroid. If it isn't, let me know. But that's crazy. It looks good, and I'm sure it's gonna sell extremely well. And we'll kind of run through some of these. We got Yubel from Frieren. I think my partner's gonna get this one. She's a huge Yubel fan, so that's good to see. Togame from Katanagatari, who I also can't believe didn't have a Nendroid. I love Togame. Katanagatari is great. We'll have to see what it looks like. Kiss Shot, Shinobu. I also can't believe this doesn't have a Nendroid already. Maybe a different version of her, maybe like the mid version of her, the middle-aged, sorry, not middle-aged, but not lowly Shinobu and not adult Shinobu, the one in between, has a Nendroid. I can't quite remember, but I'm sure that will look great. I just started reading Berserk a couple weeks ago. I'm not very far, and where this character is still a decent person, so I'm sure this will also do pretty well. He's a very iconic character. We got Plana from Blue Archive. We got Manhattan Cafe. This is probably, out of this batch, the one I'm most likely to get. I'm a big Manhattan Cafe fan. She's like my second or third favorite Musume. It's always changing. My other second and third favorite is in this batch too, though. So they'll have to fight it out. We got Agnes Taikon. So this is probably all the movie characters from the new Musume movie. Yeah, because Jungle Pocket's here too, so that makes sense. Jungle Pocket. We got a Nendroid doll of Megumi Kato. I was a big fan of this girl in the show, and I'm kind of waiting for a Nendroid doll that really sparks my interest. Make a Rice Shower one, I'll get it 100%. But I do like the concept of kind of like this mid-range between an actual Dolphy that you can dress and a cheap Nendroid doll. I'm sure they're still more expensive than Nendroids, but compared to a Dolphy, they're a good middle ground. I do like the idea of dressing up your Nendroid dolls and collecting for them. I think it's dangerous. I could get very addicted to that, especially if they made a Reshire one. All my money would disappear instantly. But I like to see more Nendroid dolls. I think it's a very niche line. Only certain people are going to buy it. But Megumi Kato's a good character to go with. What a good character, and I'm excited to see more of these. Okay, and then we got, I can't believe this wasn't an Nendroid already, but Ippo from Hajime no Ippo. I'm a big fan of the manga. I read over 1,000 chapters of it. I'm quite behind now. It's good to see. And we got more of the Umusumes. These are just concept images. We got Tamano Cross, who appeared in the first season in the eating contest and hasn't really done much since. We got Top Gun, who is a roommate to one of the other characters in the second season or third season, I believe, or in Road to the Top. No, I believe she was in the second season. She was a roommate to Teo or something. But I like Top Gun a lot. She's cute. We have Kupano Riki, and we have my other favorite, Silent Suzuka. I just imagine this not being a very good Nendroid, though. She's very, like, not kudere, but she's just quiet and doesn't have a lot of expressions. So it's going to be exactly what you think it is, and I'd rather have the Manhattan Get Fairy one, because then at least I have the coffee aspect. So that'll probably be the one I get. Okay, and then I think we're out of Nendroids unless my tabs got messed up. I'm going to talk about the Yumi figure. I play Yumi in BB Tag, so I have like a little bit of an affinity for her, but I kind of just hate her boobs. I hate how they're just these giant, they don't look natural, they don't look good. But I think this is one of the better Yumi figures I've seen so far, at least when it comes to the sculpt and the design. They have a nice little sandy stand, and she's in a swimsuit and a cute little inner tube and a sun hat. It's better than her usual just like yukata with cleavage showing, even though this is still quite Senran Kagura, where it's just kind of like, you know what you're getting. I guess because of my affinity with this character as one of my mains in a fighting game, I just want a figure of her that I want to get, but it's just, they're all kind of just too much for me. Alright, and next we have Mega Man. I forgot to include it here, but because it wasn't part of SmileFest, but there's a Mega Man that was announced really recently that I really like. I'll probably talk about it in the pre-order roundup. So this Mega Man just does nothing for me. It's very bland. I think, is this her design from the spin-off show she had with the fun ending song? I'm not too sure, but I'm not looking at any other Mega Man until that other one comes up for pre-order, because it looks really good. We have from another Senran Kagura character in an inner tube. This is Asuka. I don't know much about this character, but it's pretty much the same as Yumi, except she's facing forward, and I guess they're doing a trend of these. Okay, then we have some good figures. Okay, this Marine is really, really good. The throne is just very, very nice. I love the zippers on her legs. I love all the detail on the chair, her hat, her hair, her look, the accessories. This is a top tier Marine figure. I'm sure it's going to be very expensive, but just look at it. I'm not going to get it. I know someone who is thinking of getting it, and I will admire it there. It is just amazing. I think this is my favorite Marine figure so far. It's just look at it. They put a lot of effort into this. This is going to be $300 easily at least. Yeah, really excited for this one. Top tier figure. Okay, then we have another Miku, the scale figure Hatsune Miku Beauty Looking Back Miku version Kyugetsu collaboration Japanese doll. Oh, so this is a collaboration, so this is probably going to be really expensive then. If this is similar to the Hina doll stuff that is going on with Phoenix and Fuyu. I hope not, because those figures are kind of a rip-off. There's actually a really good video about it by Kohai and Senpai, I think is the channel. But we don't know the price yet, so I won't speculate about that too much, but it does look very nice. I think Miku kind of looks boring here. But the dress does look very nice, and it maybe won't mesh well with your other Miku figures, but if you have a collection of these types of traditional clothing figures going on, it could look good there. And then we have this scale of Top Road NTR. I love NTR. She is, again, one of my top 5 Umusumes, but this figure is just not doing a lot. Has a crappy plastic base. Maybe that's just not her final base and it's just for this prototype image. That's what I'm hoping. But it's just her running, and her expression is pretty normal. She does some really good expressions in that anime, and I think they maybe should have captured one of her better expressions, especially one in particular. But this is what we get. It's probably fine. It'll probably be like a $180 figure. I just kind of wish it was a bit more. Maybe the paint job will be excellent, but I don't think I'm going to pick this up, and despite how much I like Naruto Top Road / NTR. Alright, now we gotta talk about this figure. So, I saw this figure last weekend, and I just popped off. It's the first figure I've popped off about in a long time. I'm 100% buying this figure. No questions asked. I think it's amazing. Unless the paint job is just like super pink or something in a color I don't really gel with. I think it's going to be red and white, kind of like what Taiga's colors are, maybe red and blue, if her school uniform was anything, maybe some oranges. I can't really speculate exactly. Maybe it's based on a particular like art piece that the artist has done before, maybe for like a collaboration. I'm not too sure, but I love Taiga. I don't own a Taiga figure. I don't think any of them have been particularly great besides the B styles, but I don't want to own one of those. This is just a top tier figure for me, and it's great. I love the pose. I love the dress she's wearing. I can't wait for this. I'm buying this as soon as it comes up for pre-order, and as soon as it gets the color, I'll talk about it more. I can't believe she's getting this figure in the Year of Lore 2024. But I've heard Toradora has also kind of had a resurgence in popularity, which is always good to see. I love Toradora. It was kind of ahead of its time when it comes to anime romances. Now it's kind of a little bit more standard, and I don't consider it the best romance anime anymore, but I definitely said that line a lot back when the show came out, and I'm really happy to see this figure. Can't wait to buy it. Alright, then we have another character I really like, Akane Kurokawa from Oshinoko. She's voiced by Rice Shower. That's one of the reasons I like her. But she's just probably my favorite character in the show after the recent episodes. But this figure is not doing much. It's just her business outfit, work outfit, or going on date outfit, I guess. I find it's a little boring, I think. But yeah, this is pretty standard. I don't like her enough to buy a figure that's boring. Although I do think the dress is cute. It's not a bad figure. It's just I gotta be selective of where I spend my money, and I'll wait for another Akane figure that I like more. Alright, we got 2B. There's a lot of 2B figures announced, but most of them are just grayscale prototypes. I'm just gonna talk about this one. I do like the base. It has the pod. It has a broken robot, or maybe this is a particular robot. 2B looks good. I like the pose. It's one of those figures that maybe makes me worry about its long-term health, because it's kind of a little precarious, but I'm sure they'll figure out a good way for it to work. Alright, and then we have Lila Deckris from excuse me, from Ryza. I picked this figure to talk about in particular because there's another Ryza figure coming right after this, and I do like the base. I don't know much about this character. I kind of seen her in passing because my partner played the game for a bit. I'm working my way up to Ryza. I'm still on Sophie, but it looks really cute. I like the pose. She looks very like pensive, and like the crystals and the flowers and everything going on, and with the vines going around looks like like an ancient tablet or something. It's good to see characters besides Ryza get figures from Atelier Ryza. And then to completely counter that, we have another Ryza figure in a swimsuit. At this point, I can't remember every Ryza figure that's been announced. We have some Dragon Maid figures that got announced that I like a little bit more than the ones that were announced at Wonderfest Summer. I think they're just a little bit more what I'm looking for. There's a nice little Kana figure. She's sitting eating a donut with her little dragon plushie. It's cute. Then we have this Toru figure, which just has her serving up a piece of her tail. Nice little pose. She looks really happy. Nothing too crazy. Her boobs aren't super gigantic like the ones from the Wonderfest, but it's nice. And then my favorite of them is this Elma figure. I really like the office version of Elma. I think she's really cute. And it looks like she's eating the ice cream from like Nakano Broadway, where you get like the 10 scoops, even though it's 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it's exactly 10 scoops. Unless there's one that's actually in the cup itself. I wonder if it says, no, just ice cream version tentative name. Maybe they're negotiating with the Nakano Broadway ice cream place. But yeah, this is super cute. If this paint job is good enough, I actually might consider this one if the price is right. This character is very underrated. I think she's very cute. And the ice cream is just so cute. She's just so excited. But she had to pose for the picture quick. Then we have Chloe from Hololive. I'm not sure if this is her first figure. Maybe my editor will tell me. But I think it looks good. I like the comfy, I really like fluffy bases. I like the little orca. I like the pillow. I like her. I've always liked Chloe's design a bit. She's not my favorite to watch, but I do like her design. I wonder if because she has her mask in her hand, if there's not going to be an option to put her mask on herself. I bet that's the case. But the layers of her jacket look really good. And the rip stockings. It looks pretty good. It's not going to be an amazing figure, but it looks pretty nice. And if this is what they got so far, and it's still in prototype, it's going to probably turn out pretty well. And then we have Raftalia playing in the snow. I don't know much about Shield Hero. I do think this Raftalia girl is cute, and I know these are the other characters from the show, but this is really cute. Incorporating the other characters into the base as penguins is super cute. I imagine this will just be pure white with the snowballs and I guess they're not penguins, but maybe snowmen, sorry. And she's getting ready to throw down. It's really cute. It's just very joyous. If you're a Raftalia fan, let me know if this is something you're excited about. Alright, Mika. Something about this figure going on the top here, it looks a little cheap, but I guess with the wings maybe? But I do love Mika's Galaxy skirt. I'm a big fan of any figure that has these like Galaxy skirts or characters like Asuka from Guilty Gear Strive. They always look really cool. I think her halo looks excellent. I imagine the halo is not attached to her. It's probably integrated into the base and hidden behind her. That's what it looks like to me. It's hard to tell from just a 2D image. This looks good though. I have a partner who really likes Mika, so I wonder if this will be showing up in our house at some point. But something I don't like about these wings. They look a little cheap. I wonder, and maybe her hair too. Yeah, the top half of the figure besides the halo, which is not my favorite, but I really like the skirt, the Galaxy skirt, and her shoes, and that she's floating and suspended. And we have Wakamo. I like Wakamo a lot. She's quite a cool character in the story, and I like the personality flip she does when she takes off the mask. I wonder if you can take off the mask with this figure, but everything else going on is really good. I like the base, I like her clothing, I like the parasol. It just looks to be a very high quality. We'll have to see the paint job, of course, with all these gray ones, but looking good. And we have Hinata, who I believe is one of the nuns, if I remember correctly. It looks good. I like her big briefcase that probably has her gun. I think the halo is not as good as the other ones. Yeah, not much to say about this one, so I'm just going to move on. And we have Al. I don't know if this is the first scale of Al. I just like calling her Al. I know it's art, but it's not really doing a ton. And I don't like the halo so far. It just doesn't. It looks cheaper compared to the other ones. But I guess we'll have to see with the color. Yeah, this is not for an elf. I like Aru a lot. I think she's one of my favorite Blue Archive characters, but I don't think this is doing much. It's kind of a boring pose. She's just kind of smugly smiling when I know that that's not really. She's not really ever in charge. And then we have Cheshire Kate Sith Crooner from Azure Lane. I picked this one out because I think the idea of a crooner in an anime figure is really cool. You don't see that very often. I don't know nothing about Azure Lane. I know a few characters' names, and that's about it, and that's based off boats. I think this is really cool. I'm not going to talk about the character design very much because without the colors, it's hard for me to know. I've never seen this character with colors, but just a crooner in an anime is pretty cool. I like that idea a lot. And we're going back to Uma Musume. We have Ogre Cat. Ogre is a very important character in the manga that I have not read yet, but I think this looks really good. I like it more than the top row NTR one. I like how she's kind of like ascending into the sky, and they kind of do a good job of hiding the base in this image a bit. But that obviously you're not going to have a bunch of rain and blue sky in your figure in real life, so you're going to see this base, but it does look, this image looks really nice. At least I think the figure design looks very nice. I love her race outfit a lot, and I love everything that's going on, and it looks like a really good sculpt of Ogre Cap. Next we have Blackrock Shooter Dawnfall scale figure Empress Black Shooter Huke version. This base fills me with so much anxiety, but I think this looks really cool. I like the whole like chain effect that here that then goes into this. I can't tell if it's thorns or fire, but I don't care. And she's got like aura coming out of her eye here. It looks really cool. I'm excited to see the paint of this one. Usually the Blackrock Shooter figures are super cool, so keep an eye on this one. The height of it is scary, but we'll see how it turns out. This one's just so cool. What a figure. And next we have Melusine from Fate Grand Order. I just picked this one because I think she looks cute. I like her little fish thing she has going on right now. I like her little the mask that she's pulling down. Looks really cute. Again, I don't know much about this character. I don't play FGO, and the only characters I know if they kind of trickle down to more mainstream popularity. But I like this. I think the coloring of this will make me see how naked she is maybe, and if she's too naked I'm not interested, but I do like what's going on here. Okay, next we have, I believe these are Nekopara. Just to scale race queens, which I've never thought Nekopara would get race queens, but here we are. One time, a bit ago, I read a wiki about Nekopara, and that has made me not like Nekopara as much, but I'm going to ignore that aspect. I think this figure looks cute. I think this girl looks cute. I like everything that's going on here. The base is cute, and it's very Nekopara. All the little different areas that she has, like little cat paws going on. She's got one here, she's got one down here. I'm sure there's probably some more hidden around, but I like this one. I think this character design is cute, and it looks like a nice mid-range figure. And then we have the other race queen, Cinnamon. I don't like Cinnamon as much. Is she supposed to be a dog? Yes, I think this one is a dog. Because obviously she has the dog paw instead of the cat paw. And I think her tail too. And her ears. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Alright, we got this Rika figure from Gridman. And there's some other Gridman figures that we saw recently. But I like this one a lot more. I like the pose she has here a lot. Where it's kind of just natural, like you ran into her while you're walking down the street, or she's waiting for you on a street corner, and she's just one of those people who can't sit still, so she went and sat on a bar. Like that's the type of person I am. I won't just stand there. I'll find somewhere to sit or walk around weirdly. The little pigeon that they included. This is probably one of my favorite Rika figures. It's really cute. I love the jacket. Everything going on. It's just very, and the base is just very natural. Yeah, nothing else. That's about it. Great figure. And yeah, that looks to be about everything from SmileFest.